What if I told you that there were actually 7 steps that you could take right now that will give you the success and the fulfillment that you've always wanted? These 7 steps that I'm about to share with you are going to give you the blueprint to be able to achieve all of your goals and aspirations, and doing it in a way to where you'll be able to not only find success, but you'll be able to find personal fulfillment too as well. A lot of people, when they think about success and fulfillment, for some people, it seems like it's out of reach, like it's something that they can't actually grab a hold of. But I can guarantee you, if you use these 7 steps, you will be that much closer to achieving all of your goals and aspirations. So, what's the first step? First step is number one, you have to start from the inside out. And step one basically entails on building your relationship with God. If you could build your relationship with God, this will actually help set the foundation for you to be able to achieve everything that you've always wanted to do. And more importantly, when you build your relationship with God, what it's going to do is actually going to help you to find out who you really are. I realized that a long time ago that I didn't really know myself, and I didn't really know exactly what I wanted. And I most certainly didn't know what my purpose was supposed to be. And it was only when I decided to work on making my relationship with the creator my number one priority, is when I started to find out who I really was. When you find out who you are in Christ, you at the same time find out who you are in this world. And the world will try and tell you all these other things about who you are, what is it that you're supposed to be doing, and who you're supposed to be. But I can guarantee you that it pales in comparison to the foundational teachings that the Lord has for you to make you into the man or woman of God that He's always designed you to be. So it always starts with working from the inside out. If you start with building your relationship with God, and that entails reading the Bible, getting a chance to know His word, also making sure that you're around other people that are like minded, that are also aspiring to get a tighter relationship with God. These are all the key components that will set a foundation for you to basically make all the other steps that are in these 7 step equation, and it'll make it work for you. Number two, once you've actually built your relationship with God, your second step is going to be able to work diligently to identify what your gifts are. What is your gifts and what is your purpose? And when you start to discover who you are in Christ, what you will also simultaneously start to do is to discover your unique contributions that you have to this world. When you identify your gifts, you understand the problem that you were born to solve. You will start to find out what actually makes you a person of value. And I tell people all the time that you should never strive for success per se, or strive for money. You should actually be striving to becoming a person of value first and foremost, because if you can become a person of value, all of the success will actually come and find you. When you actually start to provide something of value to others, you start to find your value in the world. I like to liken it to a apple tree. An apple tree doesn't eat its own apples. What does an apple tree do? It actually creates apples for other people to eat. So you need to work on identifying your gifts so you can find what fruit it is that you have to give to the world. Number three is, once you start to find out what your gifts are and what your purpose is, and what is it that you were supposed to be doing in the world, what problem it is that you're born to solve, number three means that you should actually do everything you can to not only identify these gifts, but to embrace your authenticity and your unique purpose that the Lord is going to reveal to you. Because the Bible tells us that if you get closer to God, He's going to get closer to you. And as the Lord gets closer to you, you will be able to find out what are your unique gifts, what is your unique purpose. And the beautiful thing about it is that I believe that every person was sent here to solve a specific problem. Everybody has their own unique gifts. Everybody has their own unique contribution for the world. And it's just about you embracing it and digging into it. If you can embrace your authenticity, you'll start to realize that this is one of the most important things that you can ever do for yourself, because what it does is that it sets you apart. And in a world with endless choices, you got to think, with today, we have the internet, we have social media, we have so many different distractions, we have so many different choices to make. So when you have a world that is full of endless choices, it's your unique gifts and your unique purpose is what will set you apart. When I watch YouTube, for example, or if I go to Instagram, or if I go to any of the social media, I'll see that there's a lot of cookie cutter type of individuals out here, meaning that a lot of people are making the same type of content. A lot of people are basically indulging in the same type of things. A lot of people are making the same type of decisions. And the thing is that when you are doing what everyone else is doing, you're robbing yourself of the beautiful individuality that the Lord created you for. It's your unique gifts that is going to set you apart in this world. Number four, once you have the privilege of finding your gift, and once the Lord reveals to you what your purpose is, because you put in the work, you put in the time, you put in prayer in, you've been reading the Lord's word, you've been fellowshipping with other like-minded individuals, what happens is now, you will find your gift. The Lord will never leave you hanging. He will 100% reveal to you what is your purpose and what assignment does he have for you to accomplish. Once you find out what your assignment is, this is when you should take the time to really master your gift and really dig in and make it so that all of your priorities and a majority of your priorities should really be fixed on fleshing out this gift that you have. But time is our most valuable commodity that we have in this world. Time is the one thing that you could never get back. And it's so valuable because, again, you have a very finite amount of it. Some of us are going to have 80, 90, 100 years if we're lucky. Some people have shorter than that. So with that being said, if your time is really that important, and it should be, then you should make one of your main priorities is to flesh out and to master the gifts that the Lord has given you. Because ultimately, if we were born to solve a problem in this world, that also means that we have a limited amount of time to actually solve the problem that the Lord sent us to fix in the first place. So if that's the case, your time management should be one of your top priorities. It should be something that is all encompassing, something that 100% that you are fixated on, because you understand that, you know what, I have a job to do while I'm here. And I'm going to make sure that all of my priorities, I'm going to make sure that everything that I'm doing is going to be tied to my gifts and my purpose. Which brings us to number five. And number five is probably one of the most important concepts of these seven, because it deals with the importance of consistency and discipline. You need to embrace your consistency and discipline. This will make you prepared for the future opportunities that are going to come because you are tied into your purpose and you are actually tied into your gifts. In the book of Proverbs, it talks about that your gifts will make room for you. It'll bring you before great men. With that being said, if our gifts are going to bring us before great men and bring us before great opportunities, that means that, you know what, we need to take the time to actually dig in and to get prepared for the opportunities when they do present themselves. I've seen a lot of people that will pray and they will actually get some great opportunities. But sometimes if you're not prepared for the opportunities that are presented to you, you can fall by the wayside. And consistency and discipline is essentially what's going to help you with being able to achieve this goal. And in fact, there is a formula that I like to share with you guys that I think that will actually help you in this regards. I believe that consistency plus discipline equals preparation. And again, please make sure, even if you have to write this down, consistency plus discipline equals preparation. And the beautiful thing about that is that when you take consistency and you're disciplined to stay consistent, what that will do is that will make you prepared for your future opportunities. And if consistency plus discipline equals preparation, make no mistake about it, preparation plus opportunity is what will equal success for you. So what does that mean? That means that we need to consistently and be disciplined and refining our skills, refining our gifts, and making sure that we're digging into our purpose so that when the opportunity does present ourselves to make our mark, that we're 100% ready for it. And the beautiful thing about it is that sometimes people will actually think that they have to have everything figured out right away. And generally speaking, that's not how this thing works. Usually, your success is going to be predicated on a bunch of small steps, because a bunch of small steps consistently will eventually equal a big step, which in turn will equal a big opportunity that you will be prepared for in the future. And once you begin to refine your skills and you've used your consistency and your discipline to help you with being prepared for all of your future opportunities that the Lord will bring to you, that brings us to number 6, which is that once you've refined your skills, you have to embrace that getting out of your comfort zone is going to be a key component for you to be able to find the success that you're looking for. A lot of times people don't understand that your comfort zone, in some respects, can be one of the biggest enemies to your future success. Every successful person had to do something that they've never done before in order to achieve something that they've never done before. Let me repeat that for you. You have to be willing to do what you've never done before in order to achieve what you've never done before. If you look at the Bible, or even if you look at history, you will see that people that have accomplished great things have always had one thing in common. Almost all of them have had to do something that got them out of their comfort zone. And you know what? Getting out of your comfort zone, to me, is 100% directly tied to your faith. Because you know what? If you have true faith in the Lord's plans for your life, then you're going to understand that stepping out of your comfort zone is going to have to be a given. It's going to be the thing that separates you. And in fact, I would say that your greatest success is on the other side of your comfort zone. It can be scary. It can be something that we're not comfortable with, but that's okay. Because when you start being comfortable with being uncomfortable, you'll start to achieve things that you've never thought were possible. And then the last step, which is a culmination of all the other 6 steps, and probably maybe the most important step out of all of them, is understanding that while you're on your journey to your destination, while you're on your journey to achieve all of your goals and your aspirations, and while you're on your journey to basically do the things that the Lord has put in your heart that you've always wanted to do, you also got to understand that at the same time, your journey is just as important as your destination. And what I mean by that is that people sometimes overlook the importance of the journey along the way to your destination, and how this is the time where you're preparing yourself and you're refining your gifts along the way. That makes it so that when you arrive at your destination, you're ready for it. The journey is just as important as the destination. And to be honest with you, all these steps are essentially a culmination of your journey. And I believe that everyone that's watching this video right now, that you have a destination, that have a specific goal that the Lord has put in your heart to do. And I believe you can do it. I have goals that I want to achieve myself that I know I can do. But I also know that as good of a God it is that we serve, there is a component of where we have to do our part too as well. We have to be willing to put in the work. The Lord's not going to just always bring your success to you on a silver platter and, hey, here you go. No, it's not how it works. You have to be just as invested into your future success as the Lord is invested into your future success. And best believe, He wants us to succeed. He wants us to be happy. He wants us to be able to achieve our purpose and achieve the goals that are in our heart. And I can guarantee you that these things can be done as long as that we're willing to put just as much work in as the Lord is willing to put into us. These 7 steps, I can guarantee you, will help you to achieve everything that you want to achieve. I have multiple businesses. I have multiple properties. I've been able to go before great men, like it talks about in Proverbs. And all of these things were basically based off of the blueprint that I just shared with you. If you follow these 7 steps, I can guarantee you that you will be on the path to becoming the best version of yourself and to being able to achieve all of the goals that the Lord has for you in the future. I look forward to hearing about some of your successes. Share in the comments. Let us know about your beginning steps. If you're further along, share with others and let them know what you've done to be able to achieve your success and to be able to embrace the destiny that the Lord has made for you. It's been a pleasure, and I look forward to helping you out in the future and to give you additional advice. And just remember that you are special and that you have something very valuable that the Lord has given you to contribute to the world. And you owe it to your generation to share that with everyone else. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Please hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon.